Imagine that you're sitting at your desk, focusing on work. You just ate 1 hour ago and you're not physically hungry. And then your brain goes, maybe I want something. Chips, ice cream. You try to ignore it, but the thoughts keep coming back. If this happened to you a lot, you're probably dealing with food noise. In this video, I'm going to tell you what food noise is, why it happens, and how to build a system to reduce it. A simple definition: food noise is persistent, intrusive thoughts about food that shows up even when your body doesn't urgently need energy. It's less about physical hunger and more about mental load. Even the research is still developing. Most people that experiencing food noise usually describe the same thing: constant mental chatter about what to eat, when to eat, whether or not they ate the right food, and guilt around food decisions. This is cognitive bandwidth being drained all day. It fragments focus, creates guilt, and damages your relationship with eating. For many people, it becomes the background stress that they don't even notice. You might be asking, what causes food noise? I summarized 3 reasons. Number 1, biological instability. If we undereat, skip meals, or eat meals are too snacky or low in fiber, protein, our bodies are just genuinely underfueled. It causes blood sugar swings or fatigue that makes our brains craving for fast energy and cheap dopamine. And then thoughts about food naturally get louder and more urgent. Part of that is real hunger, but the obsessive mental loop around it is food noise. I often find myself ruminating about ordering a huge lunch or scrolling on multiple food delivery apps when I didn't have time to have breakfast that day. Number 2, psychological load. At work or school, we constantly experiencing stress, boredom, or emotional suppression. Some people might be dealing with perfectionism, loneliness. This all creates mental cravings. Then food becomes the fast regulation tool because we want a little getaway from all that emotions with food comfort, even if sometimes we're just thinking about it. Number 3, environmental cues. Food apps, snack ads, social media food content, constant availabilities that can trigger desire loops. If you feel that you're being bothered by food noise, I have 4 tips that can help you reduce your food noise. I call it C.A.L.M framework. C for composed meals, in order to reduce the possibility of being easily hungry because food noise will come back more often. We really need to fill up our body with the right and enough nutrition. A practical combination, a protein anchor. It can be beef, chicken, seafood, or tofu, and fibers to create volume of your diet. It can be veggies, fruits, beans, and potatoes. Smart carbs or fats for satisfaction and stability. If one meal is too light or just quick carbs, the food noise comes back very easily. A question I usually ask myself: is this meal can keep me steady for 3 to 4 hours? If the answer is no, I usually adjust the amount. A for eating rhythm. Food noise is also a constant decision-making process of managing our relationship with food. When you keep asking yourself, what should I eat today? When should I eat? Can I eat my favorite food? Food stays in your mental foreground all the time. That's why I use a simple structure: 3 meals a day plus a planned snack if needed. I have a small preset list of go-to options that also makes my decision-making easier. I also apply 80-20 rules to my system, which means 20% of my diet, I can eat my favorite food. For example, I can order spicy food every Friday night for dinner. With that system in place, I'm not ruminating about food decisions every hour anymore. I follow a rhythm. Less decision making is less mental chatter. So having a good system creates mental freedom. L for lower environmental cues. You can't win every single battle if you're surrounded by cues. So reduce the unnecessary cues. Move the snacks out of your sight, out of your mind. Don't keep delivery apps on your home screen. Unfollow the food content that triggers your reactive food cravings. This is not avoidance, this is environmental design. M for manage urge waves. If you react instantly to urge, you reinforce it. But if you pause, you retrain it. I have a 10 minutes protocol to deal with my food noise. Every time I found myself ruminating about food, I take a walk or stretch for 5 to 10 minutes. For example, my food noise usually comes up when I'm working on something hard. I leave my desk, walk to another room, or take myself outside, because I found when I take myself out of the current environment, that shifts my thoughts. And then I ask myself, what do I actually need right now? Food or just mental relief? And then I decide based on the purpose. Sometimes I might still end up eating, but that's totally fine. That's a conscious decision, not an autopilot reaction. When I start applying C.A.L.M framework to my life, a few things changed for me. I spent way less time ruminating about food, so my focus got way better. Eating food just feels more natural and enjoyable. The goal is not to never think about food. Food should take up a healthy amount of our time, not too much of it. Every change in life takes time. Don't beat yourself up. It takes reps and getting used to. Before you leave, please like my video and subscribe if you can. And leave a comment below. When is your food noise the loudest? I will see you next week.